Sometimes I think I forget that I'm absolutely not invincible to the snow, and I just get in my head that my little 2007 Honda CRV with 215,000 miles on it can make it the 6-hour journey in the South's equivalent to a blizzard. I go to school in Alabama. I live at home in Kentucky. I went home for the weekend to work on the Lemonade trailer, renovating that. And so whenever I came back, it had snowed a little bit. And I wasn't sure if we would have school on Tuesday, but they weren't going to announce it until Monday night, which I'm like, great. Okay, so my option is to either drive today, Monday morning, during the day, through whatever snow may pass, or I can wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. and drive back if they say, yeah, you're going to class. So I decided to make the trip. I left at noon. What is normally a 4-hour and 40-minute trip took me over 8 hours. When I tell you that I have never seen roads this bad in my life, like I mean that. When I drove through Nashville, you could not see a single lane. So we were like on a 5-6 lane road, and all you could see was snow. And thank goodness the other people on the road like weren't being psychos and they weren't going crazy, because we were all just fending for ourselves, hoping that we were in a lane, because you had no idea where the lanes were. This picture doesn't do it justice, but I was driving literally 5 miles an hour, so I was able to snap this picture. This was just on one of the 4-lane roads, so whenever it was bigger, it was just so crazy, and there were still semis driving through it. But yeah, as you can tell, it was a trip. My nerves were shot by the time I got back, but it reminded me of the time in high school, I think like sophomore year, I did competitive cheer. And so we had a competition in Lexington, Kentucky, and I have an aunt and uncle and cousins that live relatively close to there, so we were just gonna stay with them for the weekend. So my mom goes to pull up their driveway. They kind of live out in the country a little bit and up on this really big hill, and it had been snowing that weekend. And we were like, okay, yes, we can do this. It's gonna be a little slick. There's some snow on the ground, maybe ice, who knows, but we have to make it up this hill, because it's either that or walk up the hill, and the hill was literally so tall that we were like, we think we can make it. So we begin driving up the hill. My mom is driving, and all of a sudden we get about halfway up the driveway, and the tires start rotating. We're not going up anymore, and I'm like, oh gosh, this is literally my worst nightmare. But we were going backwards just slightly, but if you put the brake on, we were able to just stay in one place. And so we called my aunt and uncle who were inside the house. We're like, hey, we're stuck. So they come out and try to figure out what we should